Wonderful. I can talk over the phone now. The wind must still be wandering nearby.
That's good to hear. Are you an editor for Atu?
Yes, miss, I am. But before we continue our conversation, could you please tell me what year it is now?
1990.
I see.
Miss Barbara, can I meet you in person?
You want to meet me?
Yes. I'm Vertin, the timekeeper of the St. Pavlov Foundation. I was sent to ask you about Erd's whereabouts. But you don't seem to be in a favorable situation right now.
Miss Burton, I couldn't possibly locate Erd's whereabouts. The whispers of the wind can't reach this room.
The whispers of the wind?
Yes, it's a special form of communication.
Right. Well, is there anything I can do to help you rebuild this line of communication?
Let me first explain the situation to you. Here are a few things I'm certain of. First, this isn't an ordinary motel. It possesses some kind of supernatural life force. Before checking in, I interviewed some of the residents nearby. They all mentioned eerie rumors centered around the motel these past few months.
Yes, we've encountered some bizarre events here, like real-life urban legends.
Second, I'm not trapped in a red room. This room is in the same motel as yours. What's different is that it blocks all forms of communication. I couldn't get the room to open, and my voice didn't reach through the phone. That wasn't until a gunshot broke this intangible restraint. This small room contracted violently, and now I can communicate with the outside world. At first, I thought it was an earthquake, but the contracted space soon returned to normal. Earthquakes can't do that, can they?
Before this happened, were you using spiders to communicate with the world outside?
Yes, I was. As luck would have it, there are many spiders here. Thanks to the prevalence of spiders in urban legends, I assume. There's some paranoia about spiders living in hair. It originated in a sermon from 13th century England. A woman was always late to Mass because she spent too much time styling her hair. Eventually, a devil attached itself to her hair in the form of a spider. Yes, they delivered messages for me in their own peculiar way. Being completely isolated from the outside world greatly unsettled me. It reminded me of that terrible phenomenon. Fortunately, that wasn't the case.
But you're still trapped in that room, right?
Yes, the door's gone. I can't get out from the inside.
How did you get in there in the first place? Or, rather, who brought you into that room?
Well, who else could it be? The maid named Tuesday.
Just as I expected.
Wait.
You're the driver who left me on the road, right? I remember your voice.
Yeah, it's me. I actually changed my mind and turned back to get you, but you were gone by the time I arrived. I guess that's when you came to this motel, right?
Yes. Tuesday saw me and invited me here.
Oh.
Did you want to ask me something?
Have you seen a girl of about 5'3" here? In a white dress, curly chestnut-colored hair, green eyes, small hands.
I may have seen her. When I first arrived, I saw a girl who matched your description coming down the hallway. She was carrying an empty basket. I presumed that she'd been shopping in the town nearby. If I recall correctly, she didn't check out.
Thank you.
How can we find this room?
It's just in the hallway, number 707. Look for a door covered in red.
Looks like the phone got disconnected.
So Barbara's in that room that Stefan saw, number 707. I'm going to find it. What about you? Heading into town for Kayla?
I did notice a weird spot in the hallway earlier. The maid's footprints were going back and forth like there was an entrance there. But I didn't see no signs of a door.
I wouldn't be surprised if you died by your own gun one day.
That'd be a memorable way to go. All right, enough kidding around. Our little Miss May tried so very hard to hide Barbara from us, but I guess the lamb's out of the bag now.
Yes, it's all crystal clear now. Let's go.
Hold up a sec, boss. Do you have any candies? I'm running on fumes here, and I ain't got no way to replenish my stash.
Us and Barbara will be out of here soon. And you'll find some candy and Kyla in town.
Are you not satisfied with my services?
No matter what, you shouldn't have cut the phone off. Nor should you have isolated me from the outside world. Because you should know better than anyone what that means.
Why should I? All I know is that a poor, helpless child like you shouldn't be alone on the roadside. Where's your mother? Didn't she tell you to be careful?
You really don't remember anything, do you?
What do you mean? What do you think I should remember?
Well, clearly it doesn't matter now. This motel's well decorated. Did you do all this yourself?
Are all children like this? Always talking in circles to draw Mama's attention. Oh, but these innocent words make them all the more adorable.
I am not a child.
That's exactly what a child would say. I've always felt a familiarity with you, like I've known you for a long time. Can you tell me about it? Why were you out here on Route 77 all alone? Maybe I can help you.
Have you heard of Utu?
Oh, I have. It's a magazine about fashion, trends, and the avant-garde. My brother loved that magazine, but my father found it unacceptable. To think his eldest son would read those softies magazines instead of working on the farm. Fashion, trends, disco. These aren't things a Texan man should pursue, at least according to my father. In the end, my father destroyed all my brother's disco records, along with his plane ticket to Los Angeles.
Perhaps that's for the best. He avoided the riots.
Huh?
Nothing. So, what do you think?
Me? Why should I have any opinion?
Let me rephrase that. What impact has this had on you?
Oh. But what happened between them has nothing to do with me, does it? These were the choices they made.
When I first arrived, a local resident told me not to stay at Tuesday's motel. He said his aunt went mad soon after she stayed here.
I remember that lady. Her head was so large. It reminded me of those stories of people with deformities. So I had her watch a freak show at midnight. Sadly, she didn't seem to enjoy it. At this time of year, the farmers run their combine harvesters on the fields nonstop. The harvest is a joyful time of year, but the accompanying noise always frightens the children. Have you heard the stories of how naughty children get too close to harvesters and get caught in them, losing a hand or even a head? Fields, machinery, children with severed limbs. These stories are exactly what my motel's missing. Oh, my baby's calling. Please excuse me. I don't want another temper tantrum on my hands. Apologies, my fluffy little child. I look forward to our next conversation. Talking to you always brings me inspiration. But the motel's been too busy lately. It's starting to get on my nerves. See, this is what I mean. How could I bear to send you out on your own? You'll stay right here in this cozy little room until you're fully recovered.
I don't need this special treatment of yours. Staying here won't cure my illness.
Just get some sleep. You'll come to your senses after a good rest. I'll see you soon. How many times have I told you not to eat things off the floor? There. Don't cry, sweetheart.
Is this the spot?
Sure is shooting. Look, these footprints. They're less than 10 minutes old.
But where's the door to room 707? I can sense some energy fluctuations nearby, but they're definitely not from arcane skills. What else could produce such intense energy?
Oh, can I help you with something?
Miss Tuesday, I've got a question for you. Do you know how to get to room 707?
707?
Yup. What I've been looking for might just be in that room.
I'm usually more than happy to satisfy the requests of my guests, as long as it's within my power. But this one crosses the line.
Shame. Looks like negotiations are over. And thence we came forth to see again the stars.
Using arcane skills so frequently is bad for your eyes. Didn't your family ever tell you that?
So you knew what we were doing all along.
Of course. You weren't exactly subtle in your actions. What did you expect? But you've reached your limit now. 3.
What's that supposed to mean?
2.
Screw this. Your mind games won't work on me.
1.
Huh? Who turned the lights off?
The lights are still on, dear.
You rely far too much on Picrasma candy. It can't solve all your problems.
They usually work wonders for me. Just one candy restores 50% of my vision. But in my line of work, 50% is never enough. That's why I take 2. I need my vision to be at least 100%. That'll do the job most of the time, but sometimes I've got an extremely challenging task. That's when I eat a 3rd candy. At that point, it's getting extremely dangerous. I should be able to see now. Should I take more?
Absolutely not. The large amount of candy you've eaten is exactly why your eyes have failed you, and in such a crucial moment, no less. Excess leads to destruction. This is true for all things. You do well to learn your limits.
What?
I also had to be careful not to frighten those children too much. You've always put your faith in these candies, haven't you? 1 candy, 50% recovery. 2 candies, 100%. 3 candies, and you can tackle even the most insurmountable problem. Oh, how dependable they are. Just like the venerable Argus, who succeeds in any job she takes on. It's precisely your excessive confidence in these candies that has led to your marvelous destruction. Just as the people's trust in you as a mercenary has led you to this bottomless abyss. Oh, you poor thing. And of course, they'd never have imagined this. Argus, the mercenary named after the 100-eyed, all-seeing giant, is in fact a blind fool.
Who the hell are you? Damn it! Damn it!
Missed me. There you go. Now there's no way you can miss. But do you have the guts to pull the trigger? The decision's yours to make. But once I'm dead, you'll never find room 707. Barbara, Kayla, everything you're looking for is all in that room, isn't it?
Don't you dare say her name with that filthy mouth!
But why? Miss Kayla's such a lovely guest. I very much enjoyed her company.
Enough. You and I need to have a serious talk.
Oh, there's no need for that. Actually, my baby's eager to meet you.
Your baby?
Yes. In fact, the baby is the master of this motel. I think the two of you ought to meet each other first. Here, hold it.
This is...
Burden! Burden! Let go of it, Burden! I ain't letting our deal end this way. Not while I draw breath.
Argus!
Don't you interrupt them. There's no need to worry, Miss Burton. I've done this countless times. Now, allow me to peer into your dreams.